Hi, everybody. This is Tara Woodruff, and I am super excited to have my friend Cara Canavro from Google Plus Mastery come and teach us here at the Skinny Fiber Team Jam how to set up our Google Plus profiles and how to interact with people so we can make new friends and potential business partners out there in Google Plus. So this is Cara Canavro. She's from Boston. You'll be able to tell by her accent, but she lives in California now.
As I'm told that I have lost my authenticity from others back east. Well, hello, welcome, and thank you so much for having me, you guys. I'm excited to teach you some of the things that I have learned along the way in my journey, and I created the program to help people just like you guys learn how to utilize the platform to your maximum benefit so that you can go out there and make connections and build your business and build your network in the right way. So with that being said, we're just going to get right into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through what your profile should be looking like in the About Me section, which is what I tell everybody is the most important part of your profile, okay? And this is just for personal. We can do business pages later, but right now we're going to focus on a personal Google Plus business page. Not business page, I'm sorry. A personal Google Plus page that is optimized for you so that you can find people that are targeted in your niche and, find like-minded people and find people doing what you're doing. So I do just want to let you guys know, sometimes we have technical issues throughout the training, so if you have a hard time seeing the screen or anything, we will do our best to continue the training live as we go. So we have had problems where the screen will crash or something, but don't worry, it's happened so many times that we always get right back to it. So without further ado, let's get started, and let me show you guys a little something here on what we got going on. And Tara, just let me know if you can see my screen. Yep. Oh. I'm going to hide this. Okay. So we're going to come over. I'm going to hold on one second. I just want to make sure. Okay, so that's the screen. Be here. And you guys can definitely see the screen. You can see that. Okay. So over here is where your About Me section is. And like I said, you want it to be compelling enough that people are attracted to who you are. Again, this is going to be the first thing that people see when when they check who you are, check out who you are. So, I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. So your first thing is going to be like your story, and then you'll have like a tagline that's going to show up right next to your name, which is really kind of cool. And you can do an introduction, which is like a short version of your About Me section. And you have your bragging rights here, so it's kind of like putting whatever you want here, but I'll show you guys as that as I go. And then of course you have everything that you're doing, your occupation. Of course, for me, I'm an internet marketing and lead generation specialist dedicated to teaching others the power of social media to help grow their business and online brand. So basically I'm telling others like, hey, I'm an internet marketer, please come and network with me. What are my skills? Obviously it's relationship building, branding, lead generator, lifestyle creator, social media specialist, content creator. So these are things that people will see that these are the things that I'm focused on doing out here. And then I have all my links to my businesses that I've done or am doing currently. And so it's things like that. And then you're going to have your links. You're going to be sending people all over the place. So, for me, I want to send people to my other social networks. And then, what I'm a contributor to, here are my websites, things that I'm promoting, and this, that, and the other thing. So, when you are starting out on Google Plus, if you don't know what Google Plus is or you're just starting out, basically it's going to be this plus sign here, right? And you're going to see, it's going to say you plus, so obviously you're going to have to sign in. Everyone who has a Gmail account gets a Google Plus, okay? All you have to do is say, yes, sign me up, and then you'll be taken over to set up your About Me section. So, without being said, Usually in here is like where you're going to put in all of your information. So again, my tagline is a Jim Rohn quote. This could be part of your brand. I don't know, whatever it is. Like maybe if you're into helping others lose weight, you could say, you know, I help others lose weight and make money doing it. You know, something basic like that. But you want it to pop out too. So, you know, whatever your message is to the world, or, you know, catchy saying, whatever it is, you know, throw it in there as your tagline. Okay, and then here's the introduction. So I always do, like I said, I do a short introduction to who I am, right? And what I do is I just, you know, you just fill this box in, and, you know, you have your choice of doing bold, italic, and underline, which is really kind of cool. You also can format it like 1, 2, 3, but we don't want to do that. Or, you know, like bullet points, right? So you can look a little more professional. I just leave it alone. And then here you can add a link or 2 or 3 or 4, right? So, you know, basically when you're adding this link here, you're just going to, it's whatever you want to say. So when you're adding this link, like I say, my text to display. So this is what people are seeing here. And then here's my URL. So they're going to be redirected there. So I'll just copy and paste my link, right? And I'll throw it in here. So, and then there you go, you know? But what we want to do is we want to link it, right? So obviously, because I was editing it, it took it out. So obviously, I'm going to put it here. This is my domain, and I'm just going to add that here. And if I go too fast, you know, just let me know, you guys, and you definitely ask me questions later if this gets confusing. So it's like, you know, I'm putting my URL to this link here. I'm pushing OK, and now it's a live link, okay? And then I'm going to set everything I have here to public. As network marketers and business owners, we, excuse me, always want our stuff public because, you know, you want more eyeballs on your stuff. So, and down here is where you can just add your bragging rights. You know, and maybe I need to work on this a little more. I always tell people that every time I train. But again, you know, it's whatever you kind of want. Like, did you win awards? You know, what's your rank in your business? You know, how many people have you helped? You know, things like that. I don't know. Whatever you want. This is what you want people to see. So you have your tagline, a short introduction, add a link, of course, okay? And you can add as many as you like. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. You can add as many links as you like right here. But I always just leave it to 1 because all the good stuff is down further. And I'll show you guys that as we go. And then we're just going to save this, okay? And that's it. So it, as confusing as it might look, you have these little boxes here, right? But when you're done, it's going to look just like this. So it's really neat. Now, if I really want to show you guys something, up here it says yourself. But if I wanted to see it as what everybody else is seeing, I'm going to click over to public. Now, I can't edit right now because I'm on as public, but this is what people are seeing when they look at my profile. They're seeing how many people are in my circles. They're seeing my story and tagline right here. So it looks pretty good, right? So that's what they're seeing. So I'm going to come back to myself, of course, so I can continue to edit my About Me section. And then here's where it really gets good. So your work occupation. Just, you know, don't mind the little box here. You know, obviously Google's going to make it look better. But put whatever you want there. I think there's only so many words you can use. But, you know, get creative, basically. And, you know, I use a long thing, but you could just put, you know, brand ambassador at SPC. I don't know what you guys call it. Every company's different. But you can, you know, say whatever rank you are. You could put that in here. You could say I'm an independent, you know, IBO at SPC, whatever you want. Okay? Put that here. Then put the skills that you do have. So, like, again, I put stuff here that I want people to know that I do. So, you know, get creative. That's really important right there. So skills is important. And again, you know, these are things you've learned along the way, or, you know, awards. I don't know. Maybe you have a degree in something and you want to put that there. It really gets good. And then down here is your employment. Now, I keep my domain, which is me, myself, and I, up here for everybody to see, and then I click current, okay? Then I am an internet marketing specialist, you know, and you can put the start of the year you want. I just leave this blank for me, but for you it's going to be different. But of course I'm going to say it's current because that's, you know, that's the first thing people are going to see next to my name. So This very first one. Whatever you want people to see by your name, this is the one you're going to do. Okay? And again, it's, what are you? You can also put this here again. What if you're a brand ambassador? So again, get creative in here, and then show people what you are here. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. You can put a job description here. I don't, but you can always put that. I do want to be working on this more because obviously I want to put my Google Plus Mastery program in here, and I haven't done that yet. Now, I was an independent distributor with Younique for a little bit, so I put that in there, and I just leave that there because there are other people over here on Google Plus from the Younique that could use my help, so I leave that there. But put as much information in here as you guys want. Entrepreneurs and visionary, that's what I called myself. Again, another internet marketing trainer, started in 2013. I mean, whatever it is that you've done, and it could even be a job, For me, I leave all my stuff that I've done online as my employment. I could put all the places I've worked, but I don't do that. So I'm just gonna, use all the things. You can only do like 1, 2, let me see, 3, 4, 5 things here. So remember that. So it's like the last 5 previous employments or projects that you're working on. I leave these unchecked. Okay, and then I just save it. Okay, and of course I do need to come back here and clean this up a little bit. I'm always so busy training that sometimes I forget to come back to my own about. I forget to come back to my own about me section to kind of update it. So don't forget to do that, you guys. It's really important. So anytime you change an occupation or change a business or something, you'll come back here and put it in here. Okay? And then you have your education side of it. Now, this is for colleges only, so if you wanted to connect with old college people that you went to school with and stuff like that, put it in here. You can put the start of the year, and then Google Plus will show you people that also went to the same school. Okay? And, just fill in those little pieces of information that they ask as you go. And if you're current with it, then I would just keep that checked. If not, uncheck them, right? That's it. And again, everything's public for me on that side. So, then you have your basic info. What I leave this stuff pretty barren right now. People know I'm from Boston and that I live in California. To my circles, I could leave this public and we save it. And I don't like everybody to know everything about me. So the personal information that you want, okay? You don't want everybody to know like where you live exactly, right? So you're not going to give away your entire information. And for identity reasons, I would not, put everything here, if that makes sense. So of course I'm going to say I'm female. I'm looking for friends. I'm looking for networking. My birthday is there. Show birthday year. No, thank you. To my circles, thank you. So that's not public. It's just to my circles only. Relationship, other names, like if you have a maiden name or a different name. I don't really pay attention to that, but if some of you do have a maiden name or an alternate name, please by all means go put it in there. Of course you want to leave like some of this open. I don't get too many phone calls from Google Plus, but as a network marketer, you do want to leave that stuff kind of public because you want to network, right? So, and here's where it gets good. So this is where you're going to put in all of your stuff, like your other profiles, such as your social media. Google automatically already shows your YouTube channel if you're even using it. Doesn't matter, you automatically get one with Google Plus. And then you have your contributor too. Now, these are places that I do not own. These are not I don't own this website, so I do go over there to network as well as this one. I do not own, that's actually Tara's, and I am a contributor to that. I also help with page domination sometimes. That was something I have done, so I leave that there so we can give more exposure to them. And then I have all my links here that I want people to go to, right? And I don't try to always have so much here, but what I do is like whatever is my current things like that I obviously want to send people to. But you can add as many as you want. Now, let me slow down a little bit. You've claimed the following Google Plus URL. Google Plus has now given you a vanity URL. Before, it used to be a bunch of numbers after this right here. You were just a number to Google Plus. But now you have the opportunity, after your Google Plus page is 30 days old, to have your own URL. So that's really kind of cool. Okay, and then your other profiles, excuse me, I'm just going to shut this phone off. Okay. What I did here was you can add as many custom links as you want here. And again, what do you want people to see? So is it your Instagram? You know, you want to send people to Instagram, you're going to say Instagram business page or whatever you want to call it, and then you're going to stick the URL here, and that's going to redirect them. So just like what this looks like, okay? This is what people are going to see, and this is where they're going to go. It's really basic, okay? So I'm going to click out of that. But yeah, you can add as many custom links as you would like right there, okay? And these are your other profiles. So this is important because you want to send people to all of the different places you are on, okay? And again, same thing here. It's adding a custom link with a label and a URL. Get creative. You know, are you a guest blogger? You know, you would put that in here. Is there any other platforms you might be on other than social media that you want people to see? You know, are you contributed to a magazine? You'd be surprised at how many people are. You know, and again, you can add as many custom links as you want, you guys, okay? And you can say you're current or past, you know. Here, I'm current, so as people will see that I'm current here, and I'm current here, okay? And then we're going to keep going down, and again, this is the same thing here. It's adding custom links to your links. So these are your websites, okay? So you want to send people over to your Skinny Body Care website, throw it in here. Do you have a blog you want to send them to? Throw it in there. You know, get creative with your About Me section. You know, make it as pumped up as you can, because the trick to it is you want Google Plus to be serving you people that are in your niche, okay, according to the information you put there, okay? So that's what it's going to end up looking like. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I know it can get a little tedious on the About Me section, but take time, take 30 minutes, you know, to 45 minutes to really work this out, okay? Make sure everything's here that you want people to see, because then you don't have to worry about it unless something changed or you added something to your profile, to your portfolio, or you left a company or something like that. But again, taking 30 to 45 minutes absolutely is the best way to go. So once you've worked on your About Me section, what you're going to want to do is start creating circles and what you want to do is expand your network, so it's creating circles. And so what you're going to do is you're gonna come over here and you're gonna actually come to people, right? This is what I want you guys to understand. And what Google's gonna do is Google is going to show you people. So they're going to be suggestions, okay? So as you'll notice in my suggestions, Google Plus is going to show me people that I have in common with people, right? So she's passionate about helping others achieve their dreams, so I can just add her as a friend, right? If I wanted to, I could create a new circle and say network marketers, right? Okay? It's really that simple. And this is what circles are. Okay, create. Because when I'm posting, I'll be posting to a specific circle if I want to, or going public. But I'll show you guys how to do that in a minute. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be adding people from Google Plus, from the suggestion page onto your circle. So you're just going to say friends. Of course, I'm always following Ray Higdon. I thought I already was following him. He must have another page I don't know about. And then down here, like I said, this is more people I have in common with. And so you're just going to come over to the suggestion side of it, and you're going to just continue to add people in your list. So again, self-employed, right? So I'm going to add her to my list. I'm going to put like network marketer, self-employed, and stuff like that. So that's one way of doing it. So what you really want to do, too, is you're going to come over to communities. Now, to get to the communities section, you're going to come over here. And this is really this is where I want you guys to start connecting with people. You don't have to necessarily go to the suggestion side of it yet, because Google Plus isn't right away when you're just starting out on Google Plus. But what you're gonna do, okay, is you're going to look for communities. See, these are all communities I've been invited to, you guys. So those you won't see right away. These are communities I've created, so of course that's going to be there in the middle, and these are the communities I've joined. But really what Google's going to do is suggest communities to you, and you want to find communities that are targeted in your niche. So I want to join this. Okay, I'm going to join network marketing. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right over here. And what I really want to do is I really want to start digging through some of these posts, okay? Because I want to see who's who and what's doing what. So, you know, here's somebody who's just posting a picture with some kind of jargon here and then a link. It's really kind of, I mean, I'll give him props. He used a picture. But it's still kind of spammy to me, and this is not really compelling of a post. This is like a spammy post. So, you know, I'm going to keep going through. And again, as you can see, there's no interaction over here. This is not okay. Okay? But this is what you don't want to do. When you're in a community like this, and you're looking to connect with people, how are you going to do that just throwing out some random picture? There's nothing here that's telling me what this is about. It's just throwing it in there for newbies, like, hey, you know, come to my website. Okay, well, nobody cares, okay? Why do I want to come to your website? Just because you threw a picture up there? No, that does not work. That's spammy. Here's something really cool. We got this kid. Now, what he did was the power of Google Hangouts. Okay, he made a video, right? And he shared it, okay? And he told everybody what the video was about. In today's video, I talk about Google Hangouts. Awesome, right? Who doesn't want to learn about Google Hangouts? Then he added the YouTube link, okay? So now we can just watch his video from here. I'm going to +1 this post, and I'm going to say, you know, thanks for the information. And then I'm going to mention him. So this is the equivalent of a tag on Facebook. I'm going to do the +, okay? And his name is Corey Franklin, so I'm going to make sure I see him. So now I'm tagging him. So he's going to be notified that I commented on this post, and he's now being tagged. So he's going to get 2 notifications that I mentioned and commented. And then make a comment. You know, connect. Who doesn't want to learn about Google Hangouts? Now, usually I tell people actually watch the video. Don't just make some random comment because they'll know, you know. But for training purposes, I'm just going to make this kind of a comment. And so I said, thanks for the information. I gave them a tag, which is, again, you guys, it's the +, right? And then it's followed by the person's name, okay? And usually they show right up. And then I'm going to post my comment. And then I'm going to continue to scroll through this. This is just in one community. Notice how I'm going to be connecting with people in my niche, network marketing for newbies. You know, these people want to learn stuff. I was wondering if any can help me with a free blogging site that I can use and link to my Facebook and YouTube. WordPress. Why, I'm going to tell him, why not use Blogger? I'm going to say Blogger works great, right? I'm just going to answer. Doesn't look like, do you notice, this is what I want to point out to you all. There's nobody interacting within this community. There's maybe one comment, okay? And again, I mentioned the person, okay? And this was just this morning. This is at 9:56 a.m. Why is nobody talking to this person? Right? So I want you guys to stand out. I want you to talk to people that people are ignoring, okay? Because they're in this community for a reason. Here's another post. This is actually a pretty good post. How to identify and collate great content. Here's how I use this tool. So then she added her link. She told us why it's good. But, You don't have to add your link 3,000 times, okay? You only have to add it once. Although, I mean, because this is kind of like, if this was coming from an email, I would understand, but you're on Google+, so one link is good, okay? Explain why you want them to click on it. This, you know, don't do this. Holy cow, this system really works. Is this really getting any engagement? No, this is spammy. This person shared into this network, but again, the problem that I'm seeing here is nobody's engaging with each other. Somebody's, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just wrong. But anyway, you want to connect with people within this community, start paying attention to who's who. Like her, I'm going to like let her know. This is a great quote. There's no link here. She's just posting a quote, but nobody's interacting, so we're going to interact. And I'm just going to say thanks for the share. And you know, the thing about it is again, nobody's interacting in here. It's the same thing within my community. This does not work. This is spammy. First of all, the guy doesn't even have a profile picture, and that's the other thing. Make sure you have a profile picture. And make sure you have a cover photo. Those two things are important. Nobody's going to, why would I want to go and click on this link? Why? This person looks like a ghost to me. Okay, not okay. So that doesn't work. But it's in this community for whatever reason. Doesn't look like anybody's even moderating it at all. Hey everyone, I just joined today. I wanted to introduce myself. This is cool. I'm an internet and video marketer and coach. I'm very much looking forward to creating some friendships. Great, cool. And he's showing us where to go. Here's my YouTube. Here's my website domain. He's branded himself. Wonderful. I love it. So I'm going to say. Nice to meet you, Rob. Now notice, you guys, I'm taking a little bit of time just to say hello to people. Okay? That's and this is how we're going to connect with others. Okay? And I'm going to do Rob Steinhardt. And this is just in one community. Do you know how many people are in this community? 5,000. We have 5,000 people in this community. 5,000. So if you can't find somebody to talk to, I don't know. You know, so let's continue. We're just scrolling. Here's Leroy. I know him. He's cool, but nobody said hello. I'm going to say hi. I'm going to say something funny. I'm seeing you around Google+. Okay? And I'm just going to post a comment. All right, so I take about 30 minutes a day to do this in different communities. I have my own community, and we can come go see it now, and I'll show you why you want to create your own community, because this positions you as a leader. Okay? So tapping into communities to connect with people is wonderful, especially that it's targeted in your niche. There's a million and one ways to go about it. I can't get into every single thing, but let's come over to my community. I have 1,679 members. It's not as big as the other one, but what's great about it is it's mine. See, I'm the owner. Now, notice, I'll have 20 posts flagged as spam. Let's go through some of them. Let's see what we got going on. Now, the reason, you guys, is because most of these people are just throwing out a link. And no, I reject that. You're not telling me why, okay? This is going to be huge. I don't like hype. This is not something that, at least she's posting in the right category, okay? This is going to be huge. We have a chance to make really big teams in pre-launch phase. Again, I hate pre-launch phases. This is my bias, but it's my community. And when people say this is going to be huge, you don't really know what you're talking about. How do you know it's going to be big? But I appreciate, you know, the effort, but reject. Spam. Now, again, the reason why these are being considered spam is because they're either A, posting in multiple communities at once, which don't do. You want to wait 10, 15 minutes max, and then every time you post into a community, change up the way that you're posting, okay? This I'm rejecting. Another one, reject. the easiest way, this is not a very good post. Sorry, reject. The only reason why I'm showing you guys what not to do, it's easier to show you what not to do and then show you what to do, how to do it right. This is going to be huge. See, didn't we just hear this, you guys? Hype, bye-bye. So I go through this about, takes me 5-10 minutes, but I get about 20 flag spams a day. Now, I'm going to come, now I'm done reviewing. I'm coming through my community, and what I'm going to do, and again, like I created different sections for people to post in, right? That's what communities do. You have the option. So I made blog posts, introduce yourself just for fun. So when you're posting, people know what you're posting for. What's your purpose, okay? Now here's somebody, I had approved this earlier. You know, of course, I pinned my own post. Why? It's a training. Okay, I told people what today's Google Plus training is all about, power of hashtags. The reason why I pinned this is because there's value and it's teaching people something. In this video, I share with you some of my personal strategies and tips and tricks on using the hashtag feature. And then I use my hashtags. And then here's my video. Okay, and we do have some people liking it. I actually got quite a few comments on my YouTube video, so that's wonderful. Okay. So about this community, and this is what I told people, this is a positive community for, you know, dedicated marketers, and then I gave them some promotional tips, and then I was able to add some links here, okay? Now, I do have a training on YouTube that shows you how to create a community. If anybody wants it, please, you know, refer to Tara or myself, and we will get you that YouTube video. Okay, and so what I'm doing is I'm going to, and there's Tara, and you know, here's her blog spot. I love it. You know, there isn't a whole lot of interaction going on here, so I want you guys to be coming into these communities and interacting with people. Okay, I haven't had a chance to even come over here today. See, but over here I was able to like say excellent, you know what I'm saying, and I said excellent share, and then I tagged it. Okay, so I'm mentioning somebody and I'm giving them attention. Okay, and we just continue to go through. So basically, it's communities. So you set your About Me section up with a profile picture. You have a cover photo. You've got all of the information there you want people to know, and then you're going to come into communities and you're going to start engaging with people, and then I'll show you guys how to promote. I actually have a bunch of trainings on how to interact and engage with people on Google+, okay? So those are free live trainings, you guys. Take advantage of it, okay? So now what you're going to notice on my regular profile here is I'm giving shout-outs to people. Like I took a snapshot because he liked a bunch of my stuff, so I was like, thank you for the share. I made my own little picture quote, and I used my hashtags, and you know, I did an italicized title, and then, you know, my bolded signature. But anyway, I made this picture quote up today, and I just shared it publicly. Okay, so when I go to share, what I'm going to do is, like, I can just say, you know, like, say I want to share a photo. I can upload from my computer. Okay. And let's just do a random jellyfish pic, shall we? I'm going to say, hold on. I just felt like sharing this jellyfish, this random photo of a jellyfish, right? And then I'm just going to, you know, this is for training purposes. So down here, like, I could post in a community. You can't post in a community and public at the same time. So I could post this in a community. So I'll see my list here. So it'll say 2, right? And then my circles will show up. So I could do my circles, public, and then extended circles. So not only am I reaching my circles, but I'm reaching their circles, okay? But if I was to post in a community, I would go to, like, any community plus photo sharing. I don't know. There's 634 members. I don't know. Whatever you felt like posting in. But again, you can't post publicly and in a community at the same time. But this, right from your own profile, okay, you can post to your circles, public, and whoever else, or just to a community right from here. Okay, so I'm just giving you guys a little taste of what I do, and I'm just gonna post it, and there you have it, right? Again, a little branding of myself here. Oh, comments on videos. Every time you make a comment on YouTube, you have the option of it showing up on your Google+. So people will see this. I'm sharing a photo from one of my friends, and so I'm giving her a mention. So I said, ha ha ha, that's funny, and then I tagged her, right? On Google+, it's called mentions. On Facebook, it's a tag. You know, I've got some likes, got some comments. You know, it's always funny. Again, I shared a music video, and I used hashtags, you know, Music Monday, music video of the day. Again, I shared another video that I liked, and then I shared a picture. This is just telling people as I am. Can you guys notice a trend here? Like, there's no promotion whatsoever on my public profile. This is just me. I'm attracting people to me in this way. Most of the people in my circles are network marketers or in the industry you guys are in, which is the health and wellness. Let me show you guys how to find people in the health and wellness industry. Again, you do want to stand out. So the one thing I do love about Google Plus really quick is the GIFs. Like, this is an animated photo. How awesome. You can't do that on Facebook. So people love that stuff. So get creative. Another GIF I shared. I don't know, obviously my public profile is lots of pictures and GIFs. But, you know, again, I'm getting people to engage, love it. You know, here's a picture of me showing me off. Another comment on YouTube. Okay, you guys, so it's very little self-promotion. But when people are on my profile and they see stuff, they're going to see, like, my videos, right? And they're going to see where I posted it in, which was obviously in my community of Networking Paradise, okay? But again, you guys, I have tons and tons of videos, not tons, but I have a lot of videos on YouTube that teach you guys how to actually do this stuff. I wanted to just show you guys a little bit of what not to do and what to do and how to do it. But there's so much to learn, so I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But one thing real quick before we go, I'm going to do this health and wellness. Like say I'm in the health and wellness business, right? Oop, I spelled it wrong. I hope I'm not going too fast or I'm getting a little bit off course. You know, sometimes I do so many trainings in a day, you guys, I can get a little bit, you know, off my game. So I'm in the health and wellness part of everything of Google+, okay? And you're going to see people in pages, and of course I'm following some of these guys. But you're going to see, you know, a lot of people that are posting in the health and wellness industry, and you won't see a lot of engagement on these kinds of posts. And the reason being is because, again, they're being shared publicly and nobody's really paying attention to it. Because who's your target market? Is your target market public for everybody? Or is your target market people who want to lose weight and want to feel good? I don't know. Whatever your target market is. But something like this, of course, he's a doctor. You know, so here's some information. If you guys wanted to share why water is important to people, you know, here's some really great content you can share with your people. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, this is I'm going to share this publicly, but I'm going to give a mention to the person who made the post in the first place. This is really great info. And again, this is content, right? So it's like, people love content, right? And I always tell people you're never going to have a shortage of finding content on Google+, okay? And I can't seem to find him. Maybe I have to add him to my circle. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cancel this for now. Cancel. In order to mention somebody, most of the time they need to be in your circle. So what I'm going to do is follow. Now I'll be able to mention. So what I'm going to do is share this post, and I'm going to paste that, and let's see if he shows up now. There he is. So he's in my circle. So now I can mention him, and then I'm going to say, thank you Of course, I know it sounds generic, but people do appreciate when you point them out. And I'm going to share it to everybody. Okay? So it's basically me sharing other people's content, but it has good info. You know, clearly a lot of people liked it, and that's the kind of stuff you want to see, information. Okay?
Can I interrupt real quick right there on that?
Yes. Yep.
Well, guys, you guys are building your list, and I'm sure that because we're all in Skinny Fiber, we're looking for people that are interested in health and wellness. As you notice on his thing, there's 39 people have shared it. You can go and add those people to your circles and segment them into health and wellness people, so that when you share something about, you know, one of your recipes or one of your tips for your workout or what you're doing to stay healthy, you can add that circle to who you're sharing that post with. So instead of it just public or your circles, you can get specific. So she's going to show you the screen. You can add look at them before you add them, because you want to make sure they're people you'd want to have, like just like Facebook, you want to know who you're going to be friends with. Kind of, you know, you want to kind of have an idea. This is really powerful, so show them.
Yes. Okay, so in order to see a post activity, this is what I want you guys to do. And thank you, Tara, for pointing that out. What you're going to do is see this little asterisk in the right-hand corner. What you're going to do is you're going to just click it, and you're going to say View Post Activity. And then you're going to see who shared it, you know, and then you can add them right from here. So I can just add them. But, of course, what I would do, you guys, is, like, open the link in a new tab. Go check them out. Go check them out. Go see, is this somebody I really want to connect with? They were on the same page as somebody I know. Okay? And, you know, as you can see, she might want to network with you guys. I don't know. She looks like somebody who likes sugar. You know, don't judge them, but, you know, again, it's really that simple. It's viewing somebody's post activity and looking and finding out who's who, and look at all these people who enjoyed the post about water, you know? So this is, and I love Tara pointing that out, because she's a beast, and best believe she's connecting with people just like this all day, right? And you're doing that, so you can just flip this back around. So again, it's just coming to the asterisk in the right-hand corner. It's viewing the post activity, and you get to see that. But again, you started here, right? You just put in a simple search term in the Google Plus platform for health and wellness. That's it. Now I showed up. See that? So, you know, get creative, Tara. What else do you think? You know, I mean, again, like I said, I do so many trainings a day, I get kind of like, then you'll see all these different trends. But we're just in the health and wellness part of it. So if you're looking for content or looking for people in your industry, or people that are interested in healthy stuff, you know, or whatever, you know, start looking for those people.
I think now's a great time for anybody that has any questions, so we can go back. We got like 10 minutes or so we can answer questions.
But here's something too I want to point out. Notice how remember when we were over in the community and I mentioned this person, just met him. Look, he added me to his circles already. Now I click on the notification, and here he goes. Okay, I will check that one as well and see what one I feel more comfortable. Remember, this was the one where I said try Blogger. Blogger works great, right? Then I mentioned him. What happened? I got a notification that he added me to his circles. How easy was that? Okay, so that's all I wanted to say, Tara. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mama. Let me see what else. And we have people resharing my stuff. So even as we spoke, I got 2 more likes on this post. Okay. So, yes. Go ahead, Tara.
Well, Chris asked, can I see your main page? Do you mean like her profile page or her business page?
Her main profile page. So we can kind of see how everything shows up on there.
Okay. So here's my page. My page specifically?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure that that was what I was looking at. Is
Yeah.
there a Google page that you can go to that shows just like tons of posts, like your news feed or something?
Yes.
Like,
you're going to come home, and this is by default what you're going to see anyway when you come on here. Here's the stream.
okay, yes, that's what I wanted to see. Okay.
So here's my stream, and you know, sometimes Google gives me a little bit of a hard time when we're doing Hangouts, so I can't really see what this picture is. I don't know why it's not showing up, but here we go. So these are all people in my circles or their extended circles are sharing with me, and you know, this is what my news feed looks like.
Mine looks different than that.
See, I thought Tara's did. I thought hers was more like side by side, a couple of rows.
It depends. I think it depends on the browser. I'm using Chrome right now. But again, when it's side by side is when you're on a business page.
Okay, so what is the difference between actually having a business page and having a personal page?
Okay, so the difference is, like, let's come over to the business page. The difference is, for a lot of technical reasons, A, you're going to brand yourself, right?
Right.
Here's a business page I started. B, and this is how you get the side-by-side posts. See that? Basically, for a couple of reasons. Having a business page gets you on the front page of Google, basically, right, for SEO reasons. It's branding you, and you can do what, it's just like with Facebook. You can market whatever you want on your business page, and nobody's going to consider it spam.
Right.
That's the difference. Okay?
It's also a great way of doubling the amount of friends you can have.
Yes. Yes, and I also have a training on creating a business page and how to add people to your business page. But the difference, like Tara said, you can get more people to see your stuff, okay? And like I'm telling you guys, you can share whatever you want related to your business publicly, no problem, okay? So your goal over here is to attract people to you. Your second goal, is to get them onto your business page. But a lot of people have a lot of success not even having a business page. I'm not saying don't have one. I don't want you guys to have one. But for instance, here's Rebecca, and she's a high authority figure on Google+. Okay? And she does a lot of her stuff. Like, she's a really amazing blogger. And she'll use Google Plus as her blog right from her personal page. Okay?
So
and this is some great...
shares from her personal, does it on her personal page and shares to her.
Yes, but the difference with Rebecca is Rebecca knows how to share. She's not just spamming us. What she's doing is she's giving us snippets from her blog. She's giving us information that's valuable. She knows how to do this. The hashtags. And what all she's doing is sending people over to her blog here.
Right.
Okay, but what she's doing is she's got a bold title, and then it's italicized, and she gives us a summary. So it's not really spammy, but she's really considered a high-profile figure on Google+, and this is from her personal page. And a lot of these guys do work from their personal page in this manner. But having a business page, again, is important for your business, so it's for your customers, okay? Because you want to be able to share information with your customers, okay? Versus sharing publicly to people who don't care what your product has to say. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Take a look at the amount of people that have viewed her page.
Yeah, she's had over 16 million views, and I love Rebecca. She actually talks to you too. She's really wicked cool.
Great.
And every time I share one of her posts, I'm going to say, awesome as always, Rebecca. But again, she has branded herself in this manner. Okay, so she has figured it out. She's figured out how to use her personal page as a way to position herself as a leader and a high authority figure on Google+, and then she's sending people right over to her blog. But she's not promoting products specifically. She's promoting information and herself. That's it. So that's the difference. Okay, so having a business page for you guys is better for you guys so you can talk about your products, what they do for people, why is it good for them. Again, you can also do that in communities. But having a personal page like this is still effective. I do a lot of stuff for my personal page, but again, I'm connecting and I'm networking, so I'm attracting people to me, and then I'm sending them where I want them to go. I hope, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said, I do have more advanced trainings on all of this stuff, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So, like I said, I do have stuff on YouTube. Tara has stuff on YouTube. But, for the program that I have, I do have stuff targeted specifically for what you're asking and things like that. So,
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Jody, Leanne, Mary. Mary got in kind of late.
Chris, I am tagging you in a circle called the, what do I name this circle? Oh my gosh. My top engagers. They're like the top 20 people on Google Plus.
Okay, yeah.
And what you'll do is when you see this post, you're going to click the add people, and you're going to add them all, and you're going to name your circle top engagers, because they're really awesome to keep your eyes on. It's got Rebecca in there, and
Michael
Haven, and all those guys. So
Trap Haven, yeah. Yes, wonderful.
And I'm just going to share it with you, so it's not everybody in the world, and you share it with your people and so forth, because these guys have a lot of value. It'll definitely, when you watch how they are interacting on their G Plus and how Kara interacts on her G Plus, they're doing it the way people in G Plus like it done. They are different personalities than Facebook. They're very, very different. No doubt about that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I mean, I could go through, like I said, I have training on this that show me interacting with a lot of these guys. And, you know, I don't have to have 50,000 pluses. Like, again, you know, I'm just sharing stuff and people are liking it, and I can view my ripples and basically, but that's another, I don't want to get it. But, you know, here's a video, you know, and I used hashtags oldie but goodie with a great message. It's not spam, and it's also in my own community. Relationship marketing and business tips. You know, I'm sharing stuff. I'm giving credit where credit's due. And like I said, people, you know, they like this stuff. You know, again, I shared this from a health and wellness page, and, you know, I got a lot of likes on that, you know. So you engage with these people. Like, half of these people weren't even in my circles. I can view the post activity and come over here, and I can be like, oh, okay. This guy I'd like to see again, not in my circle, you know, who is this person? They're interested in health, you know, stuff like that.
So
really,
they're not in your circle, do you go and then add them?
Yes, it's really simple like this. Watch, I'll show you. Your limit is 5,000 forever. There's no limit to how many can add you. You can only add 500 a day, okay? But I can add this person, like, right from here. Or I could call them, like, I could create a circle. I'm going to create a circle. And I'll call it, you know, interested in health. You know, just like, you can name your circle whatever you want, and this is for you, really. So that when you're, you know, say you want to just post to a specific circle, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay? Taking its time, but see, now I've got them there, so I can uncheck them here. But now I've added a new circle and I'm interested in health. I'm just adding right from my own page, right? And I can say interested in health. They'll get notified that I added them to my circles. They won't know which one. Again, these circles created are for you. Okay?
I love that. That's awesome. I like that they don't tell you which circle.
Yeah.
It's like, I think on Twitter they inform the person you've been added to this list. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that list.
Yeah. All they do is get notified. Yeah, you know, somebody added you to their circle. Like, here's some posts. Let me come down. Let's see in my notifications here. Now I have some from earlier that added me. But as you can see, I do have a lot of activity going on this page, and because when I started out, you guys, I didn't know the power of a business page, so I really built my name using my personal profile. So I'm really starting to tap into the power of business pages, and I absolutely love it. I love, love, love the business page. Tara's a beast on the business pages. It's crazy. So there's a lot to learn. You guys, I do have a group called Google Plus Mastery on Facebook. It's free to join. There's no selling of anything. It's strictly for educational purposes. I would be honored if you guys came over. People ask questions every day. I do a daily training, if not every other day.
And I think I am...
Put the link in there?
I did add it earlier.
Let me see if I can find it.
It should be in there. Okay.
Or ask it.
I mean, I hope that it helped you guys. You know, again, I'm sorry. I'm not always so kind of feeling like I'm all over the place, but, you know, this is what, you know, again, look at all these notifications. Mentioned you. Kara Canavo states it perfectly. Like, oh, thank you for sharing, buddy. I didn't even notice this. I'm going to say, you know, thank you. See, I get so many notifications that I can miss. So
let me ask you this question. What if I did not want to brand myself as a marketer, and I did not really want to brand myself as SBC? Say I wanted to brand myself as someone who is just inspirational and motivational with an occasional SBC or, you know, with those links in there. Is that something that you can do? I mean, is that kind of the way that I could gear that?
Well, you know, branding yourself is the best way to go, yes. And you always want to send them to a blog or a branded blog or a domain that's in your name or something like that. And that's where people will find all your information on your Skinny Body Care and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Can I share my screen real quick?
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course. Let me quit the share here. Let me come over here. Yeah, Tara can give you guys a much better idea than I can. So, and my screen share is done.
I'm gonna just show you really quick. I know you guys are probably getting tired.
I know.
But that's a really good question because it means a lot.
Uh-huh.
And you know that, Chris, because you just never know, and you want people to be engaged with you for all sorts of reasons, not just necessarily. So if you see this, you see that I posted my Skinny Fiber update for the day. Now, I don't necessarily use the word Skinny Fiber except for inside the video.
Right.
And when... See, look, I shared Corey. I love Corey, the guy that you saw before. Make sure you say happy birthday to people.
Yes! Maybe I'll do a trading just on her happy birthdays, huh, Tara?
Yeah. This here is in my Skinny Fiber group, and I call it Get Your Healthy Back, and I hashtag SBC. So that's where I put a lot of things, and then I will share outside from there, so I can build that group up. And actually, you know, the other day it only had 3 people, and now I'm up to like 40,
Nice.
just from sharing about it, you know. So when I definitely brand myself as a professional internet marketer, entrepreneur. I don't brand necessarily a specific company, just because I've learned such a hard lesson. I've been in this for 7 years, and I did that for 6 of them. And it goes to show you, my bank account will tell you how that did for me. So
Right.
that's why you see me, I talk about it, and I make videos about it, and I market it, but I'm not necessarily using the words straight up, you know what I'm saying? So I have like a blog on it, and you know, this is it's very basic, you know, it's all about who's Tara Woodruff, not necessarily about what's that.
Yes.
Is.
Exactly.
I consider myself an internet marketer, mind reset coach. I don't even have Skinny Fiber in here at all, and I probably will never put it there.
Right.
Although I will interact with people that are involved with health and wellness. The community I have for the specific purpose to funnel people to that is right here. And you notice that the picture isn't pink. I figured that if that bothered me, that might stop someone else.
Right.
And then look at right here. I've got a Skinny Fiber link here. I've got the blog here. I've got the full Skinny Fiber presentation that I created. Kara was on the panel for that. The Facebook group link back. So there's all sorts of ways. They know what I'm talking about. I'm not pretending that I'm just talking about health. I am definitely selling them something. And I've got all these different sections that people can put things. I got the before and after section where I'm so glad that I was able to get access to the verifiable pictures, you know, and do the whole thing, you know. I'm not as good as Sarah is about making sure that things are highlighted and bold. I try, but I'm not as good at that. It's just not my strong point yet. But this is a public group, so I can go ahead and share Courtney. Look, I got 4 pluses on it. And I can share Courtney, and this is going right to my public circles. If I had a circle that was strictly for health and wellness, I could add them to it. What I'm going to add is network marketers, though. Now, everyone, 90 people on my network marketing, they're going to know darn well what I'm selling as a product.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to get notified about Courtney's success. Bam.
Listen, I'm going to just interject here. Like, if there's one person that understands branding and how to get people into your own funnel in order to, you know, build a relationship in that way, this is how you build your business, you guys. And we say this with all our heart because we know we've been there. Tara's done this a million times. But it's hard when there's so many, like, think about how you want to stand out from your competition, right? What is your value? And, you know, sending people to a replicated site from your from your actual company, I mean, you're not really building your own list. You're building their list, okay? And you want to be able to share health tips and your value to them, your purpose. Do you believe in what you do, right? So branding yourself as somebody has knowledge and value and purpose, that's your goal.
And even though I got to say, Skinny Fiber has beautiful pages for us to use.
Oh, I know. I love them.
I absolutely love them. I love the opportunity page. I love the retail page. That's primarily what I use. They're all really great. However, I always throw a landing page in front of it. I want them on my list, too. I know Skinny Fiber is going to keep in touch, and they do a really good job, almost too good of a job. Probably wouldn't have joined as a business partner if it wasn't for Skinny Fiber's autoresponder. I just didn't even think of it. You know what I mean? I knew I needed help, you know? So that's awesome, but however, don't you want to have a newsletter? You know, so I do that, and I do a really soft newsletter. I don't go crazy. I don't sell them a lot. I don't try to sell them something else. I just talk about my results, and I give them another opportunity to look at it. And you know what I'm saying? And keep it real simple. So.
Love it.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, we're going on 8 minutes over. Anybody have any more questions?
Stop, because I can ask questions all night. So we'll just and I'll ask him in message and then share them later because I could go on all night. So
well, go ahead and ask them if you're joining the Google Plus Master Group. We're both in there, me and Tara, and it's all for Google fun. And we want to, you know, I'm always available. So isn't Tara, but I'm always available, especially for Google. And you know, I hope you guys found some value in the training. That's really what the goal was tonight, was to help you a little bit.
Yes, and I greatly appreciate you guys both doing this and coming on board. I'm going to post the YouTube link in the group for those that didn't make it, and hopefully we'll all get our Google Plus accounts going.
I love it. Yeah, and come circle us. You know, we're happy to have you guys.
And guys, if you're serious about the Google Plus, do some homework this week. Get your About Me section done. Maybe Chris, you want to make a doc in our team?
Yes.
To make sure we have our circles in there and we can check each other out and give each other suggestions, because I know I got some cleaning up to do too.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Sweet.
I love it. It was really nice to meet you guys.
It was nice to
I'm
meet you.
excited. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, join the group. That's it.
So I'm waiting for approval.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. I guess we'll hang up.
I know. All right. Yeah. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
You're welcome.